Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, where we untangle the maze of corporate filings to bring you the juicy details. Today, we're diving into a move that could really shake things up for Virtus Investment Partners. Inc. They're spending a whole lot of cash to buy another company. So on the 5th of December 2025, Virtus Investment Partners, or VIP as we'll call them, announced a pretty big deal. They are buying a company called Keystone National Group LLC. This is not a small acquisition. The main point here is an agreement, like a handshake deal, but in legal paper to buy Keystone. VIP is picking up a controlling stake, 56% of Keystone right away. Plus they have options to buy even more, up to an extra 19% later on. Think of it like buying a majority of a house now and having the option to buy out the other owners over the next couple of years. This whole thing is called a transaction, and it is a pretty serious commitment. Now let's talk money, because this is where it gets really interesting. VIP is paying a hefty sum. First off, they're handing over $200 million in cash right at the purchase date, the 5th of December 2025. Then another $65 million will be paid as cash 1 year later. An additional $30 million in cash is due on the second anniversary of the deal. And that is not all. There is potential for another $75 million to be paid out over the next 2 to 3 years, but this depends on Keystone hitting certain revenue targets. So a big chunk of the money is tied to if Keystone performs well after being acquired. Like most big deals, this agreement has all the usual legal stuff in it. Think of it as a long list of promises and rules. VIP and Keystone have to tell each other the truth about their businesses. They've agreed on how they'll handle problems if they pop up later, and there are certain conditions that need to be met before the deal is fully done. Keystone also has to keep running its business normally, and as it always has until the deal is finalized. There are also ways for either VIP or Keystone to back out of the deal if certain things go wrong. Now, there are some hurdles VIP and Keystone have to jump over. Keystone needs to get permission from its clients because their contracts will essentially be transferred to VIP. This is a big deal for investment advisors. They also need approval from the government, specifically under something called the Hart-Scott-Rodino Antitrust Improvements Act. This is to make sure the purchase doesn't create any unfair competition. The report makes it clear that there is no guarantee these permissions will be granted or that the deal will go through as planned or even at all. This summary is just the tip of the iceberg. The full detailed agreement will be part of VIP's annual report, which is like their yearly financial checkup for the year ending the 31st of December 2025. And the company is careful to point out that this description is just to inform investors about the deal itself. It is not meant to give you a deep understanding of VIP or Keystone's day-to-day business operations. They're saying, look, these promises we made in the legal document, they're just that. Promises for the context of this deal. And they might not reflect the actual reality of our businesses. It is a standard legal disclaimer to protect themselves. Beyond the deal itself, VIP also issued a press release on the 5th of December 2025 announcing this agreement. This is part of what is called Regulation FD disclosure, which basically means they need to publicly share important information so everyone hears it at the same time. This part is a bit technical, but what it means is that this press release information, while public, isn't considered part of their official filings in the same way as, say, their financial statements. It is more of an announcement. Now, a crucial part of almost any corporate announcement like this involves what are called forward-looking statements. These are essentially educated guesses or predictions about the future. The report is full of them, using words like expect, anticipate, may, and will. They're saying things about what they hope will happen with this acquisition. But here is the important caveat, and it is a big one. They explicitly state that actual results could be very different from these predictions. They list a whole bunch of reasons why this might happen. This includes the deal falling apart, not getting the necessary approvals, the acquisition not going through on the planned timeline, or them not being able to successfully merge Keystone into their own operations. They also mentioned potential lawsuits and any other risks that were already laid out in their previous annual report. This is standard corporate CR, covering your assets, but it is good to know what they're worried about. Finally, the filing includes the actual press release as an exhibit, labeled as Exhibit 99.1. This is the public announcement itself, and at the very end, as with all these filings, we have the signatures from the company's authorized personnel. In this case, Andresi Perkalitis, who holds several important titles including Executive Vice President, Chief Legal Officer, General Counsel, and Secretary, has signed off on this report. This confirms the company is officially filing this information with the Securities and Exchange Commission, or CCSO. What is the big story here? Virtus Investment Partners is making a significant bet by acquiring Keystone National Group. For $200 million up front, plus more later, they're aiming to grow their business. The deal is complex, involves regulatory hurdles, and relies heavily on the future performance of Keystone. It's a bold move, but one fraught with potential challenges from getting client approvals to integrating the two companies. Whether this acquisition proves to be a masterstroke or an expensive misstep will depend on VIP's ability to navigate these uncertainties and make Keystone a truly valuable part of their portfolio. Alright, that is our breakdown of Virtus Investment Partners' latest move. What is your take on this acquisition and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description for more exclusive content. Thanks for watching. See you next time.